Parents of Reddit. What's the funniest reason you've been called to pick your child up from school? Not school, but daycare. He tried to force a fart to make a girl laugh and shit his pants. It's not funny till the end, but my daughter was in pre-K at the time. They had a nap time, but one day she wouldn't wake up. The teachers were making jokes and trying to get her to wake up. After a while, they panicked and ran her to the nurse. She was breathing, just not waking up. They then called 911, who came and they did the salt stick, and she wasn't responding. Then she just woke up. They were so confused on what had happened that they brought her to the hospital to run some tests. They found nothing. She later told me she was in a deep sleep but woke up and just kept faking it. This girl took the salt stick 3 times and didn't react. This child... One time my grandma had to come pick me up because I decided that for April Fool's Day, I'd take a bunch of ketchup packs, fold them in half and place them under the nubs of all the toilet seats so they would explode all over the back of your legs when you sit down. I recall walking into the principal's office and he was laughing his ass off. I still got suspended for a week. I was the kid in a funny situation. I was always a bit of a playground avenger, so I would bully the bullies. After I was the one targeted, the school once called my parents. The conversation went like this. So, a group of boys tried to bully your daughter by calling her names. Oh no, is she okay? Well, yeah, we're actually calling you because she just hit all of the boys with her lunchbox until they stopped. My parents proudly tell this story to this day, lol. My mom had to come pick me up because I and a friend decided to steal a tube of hot pink frosting from home ec class. I drew a penis on the side of the football field's announcement booth. It was very bright pink and very big. The sun literally baked it on there and lasted for a good solid 5 years till they repainted it. I was suspended for a day over it. My uncle used to get sent home from school because he smelled bad. He would eat raw garlic on purpose to get sent home. The man is a legend. I named my first child after him. He shit in his hand and slapped a girl across the face. 6 years old. Little bastard. It was my little sister, but close enough. In 1st grade, she slapped the shit out of a boy who kept on saying Justin Bieber was her boyfriend. Not only could the principal barely keep it together, but her arguing, "But Justin Bieber isn't my boyfriend." I hate him. Made it just about impossible not to laugh. Mother had to pick me up after I went to school dressed as Nacho Libre in his fancy clothes and rip the pants reenacting the butt flex scene in front of my main class. Oldest kid was eating the teacher's granola bars off her desk for a couple of weeks before she figured out who was taking them. He thought they were snacks for everybody, lol. Youngest was put in the corner for whatever reason and the teacher caught her licking the wall. She's still a friend weirdo. Technically, this would be my mother's story to tell, but I'm telling it in her honor. When I was in the 3rd grade, some girls at school talked me into bringing my mum's dildo to school. I brought it out in my backpack to show them at lunch, and they then told me they were going to tell the teacher on me. I ditched it in the bathroom and went to class. They called me mother to come pick me up, because I'd been suspended for 3 days, and when she arrived at the school they asked her if she wanted the dildo back. Rock stuck in my daughter's nose. They couldn't get it out. I got a call to pick up my son after they returned to the school after a short excursion to the nearby pumpkin patch, kindergarten. There was a playground at the pumpkin patch where the kids played before heading back to the school. My son was on the monkey bars and landed in a way that he ended up straddling the metal and hitting his dick so hard that it was bleeding. The school nurse was sheepish when telling me she took a little peek to determine where the blood was coming from and told me I should put ice packs on his privates. Poor kid. High school, low grade 9 or 10. My son wore penis-shaped slippers to school. Sad part is his nana, my mother-in-law, gave them to him. I picked up brother-in-law from his high school because he had to take a shit and refused to shit at school. High school bathrooms are like nuclear blast areas. I learned to go in the morning and hold everything until I got home. I don't blame him. He was running a multi-level marketing scheme with the lunch money. Kid took a jar of sugar to school and at recess was handing out handfuls of it to the other kids. After a while, a teacher noticed, came over and asked what they were eating. My kids said, "I don't know, we just found it." Teacher freaked out, grabbed the jar of white powdery substance, picked up my kid and ran to the nurse. Long story short, I had to talk to the fire department and the police to get the mess all sorted out. I work in the principal's office of an elementary school. My personal favorite was when a student stole a button, put it in a urinal, took a shit on top of it, and tried to flush it. Told the substitute teacher her wrinkles looked like an old man's wrinkly ball sack. Stuck a fork in an outlet and convinced a teacher it was safe. Switched the metal for plastic when the teacher wasn't paying attention, painted the plastic fork to look metallic and gave the metallic one to the teacher. I blame the teaser for not knowing what would happen, but she was a teacher in Florida who believed evolution was lie. But at least she went out with a spark. I got the call to pick up my son because he was suspended for masturbating in class. There was a fill-in teacher who was young and very attractive. He said he could not help it. Hopefully he got that out of his system. Thank you very much for watching. In the comments below the video, write your funniest reason why you were taken out of school. And don't forget to watch our other videos.